rush. They're cutting chances off in-zone possession. You can see him, and we saw that ad. Do you believe? Well, you can start to see the belief right now.
Absolutely, they believe. They have the lead here with 5:55 to go, first period. And here is our first penalty of the afternoon. Very important to stay out of the penalty box because Boston College, their special teams, where the power play is outstanding, their penalty kills best in the nation, but we're going to see that power play unit on the ice right now as Hominick goes to the box.
I might have jinxed Niagara. I just talked about the 82% on that penalty kill, and I know BC's power play has a lot of weapons. They used all their options, point shots, tips, screens, the triangle down low. Good movement on their power play, so Niagara's going to get tested here, and this is a big point in the game for BC. They trail 1-0. There's 5:51 left in the first period. Nothing better than a goal here for BC.
BC will move it around well in the power play. They hit it 18% for the season. They are 2 for 17 against BU in the quarterfinals. So not great numbers in the Hockey East tournament, but they lost that quarterfinal series. That points to it. So if BC is going to make a move here in the NCAA tournament, they're going to have to get results off the power play. There's a shot and a score! Patrick Eves has tied it up on the power play. It's 1-1.
Well, only takes 14 seconds into the power play, and BC's on the board. A huge goal for them. We talked about, they might be a little fragile. Niagara gets the first goal, but the first chance BC gets on the power play, goes back to the point, D to D. A little one-time, through a screen. Watch this. Forrest puts it back to Patrick. One-timer. Looked like it was a sort of a knuckleball. Van Kuytenen's a little deep in his net. He's back in the blue here. He had trouble seeing it through a screen. And BC ties it up.
Patrick Eves gets his 16th goal of the season. It comes at the power play at 14:23 of the first period to tie it at 1.
Now this is a huge shift for both teams. I think BC can really go on the attack here. They got the medicine they needed right there. A goal, some energy, some confidence. And now Niagara's got to weather the storm again.
Harold kept it in the zone twice, but now turned it over. And here comes Niagara, 3-on-2 developing here for the Purple Eagles.
And that's key, to shift after a goal. Whether it's for or against, you got to keep that intensity. Niagara tries to go right back on the attack.
Justin Jama dumps it in, played by sophomore Andrew Lackner. Kaltiainen lets it go for icing. We're at the Verizon Wireless Arena, Manchester, New Hampshire, for the Northeast Regional of the 2004 NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Championship. Along with Cap Raider and Sherry Scalco, Eric Freed here at the Verizon. First time the NCAA tournament has been played here in the Granite States. Niagara got off to a good start. A goal by Joe Tolari, 3:35 in, but it's been answered by Patrick Eves on the power play. 1-1 here in the first. BC, the top seed in this region. Niagara seeded 4th. Later today, it's Michigan, the number 2 seed, against 3rd-seeded UNH. And there'll be 10,000 wearing blue and white, not maize and blue, here a little bit later on. Here's Peterson, keeps it in. Man went down, bouncing around in the slot, picked up by Spina. Van Kuytenen's down, but apparently not out. It ends up on the far boards, but kept in here by Losey. Greg Losey in front, redirected just off the side of the net. Eagles buzzing with Ryan Shannon. Losey kept it in with the hand. It comes to Niagara. Now they get it out of the zone with 4:08 to go in the period. Now Spina walks in, but offside.
And just offside. He would have been in alone. But you can see BC's intensity picking up after scoring that power play goal. And this is where Niagara is hoping. They got 4:06 left in the first period. If they can just weather the storm, go out of this period, get it tied, possibly ahead, I think they're going to be happy with this first period.
Shots are 7-6 Niagara, as the Purple Eagles certainly have done good things here in period number 1, but that one costly penalty,
right,
they paid for it.
Right before that penalty, they had 2 or 3 shifts where they actually started taking the play to BC.
Absolutely. Back through center ice. Here comes BC. The shot saved by Van Kuytenen on the bid by Joe Rooney. There'll be a face-off in the Niagara zone when we come back to Manchester. It's Boston College 1, Niagara 1. We will now be going to break 5. We'll be back with more from Manchester after this.
The following is an urgent message for all inventors. Who cashed in on your last great idea? Do you have another invention? Do you need a patent? Then you need InventTech.
Everyone laughed at my pot that cooked and drained pasta. If I had the patent, I'd be rich.
Snap your fingers, turn on a light. That was my idea, but I never thought to get a patent.
Call InventTech now for a free inventor's kit and get our free video or DVD with your confidential submission. Call 1-800-452-8833.
Don't miss your chance to attend the 2005 NCAA Men's Frozen Four at the Jerome Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, April 7th and 9th. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for your tickets. Remember, the only way to get tickets to the 2005 NCAA Men's Frozen Four is to apply online. So log on to ncaasports.com April 1st through June 1st to apply. That's NCAA Sports, the official website of the NCAA.
Dave Burkholder and the Niagara Purple Eagles here in the first period. We talked to the coach yesterday about his team.
It's a disadvantage for us that they did lose in Hockey East, because from what I've been reading and following in the Boston newspapers is that they're happy to get a second chance, and we're certainly not going to sneak up on them. I think what we've done on the ice, our non-conference schedule, that they respect us, and I would think we're going to get their best game.
Coach Burkholder talking about Boston College, a Wounded Eagle team. They won the Hockey East regular season championship, knocked out in the first round of the tournament. But this is a BC team, as this one's going to make it down the ice for icing. A BC team, Jerry York has said all week, we were there in 2000 when they knocked off UNH. We saw Niagara celebrate. More importantly, they saw UNH come off the ice, right, shoulders drop. They don't want to experience that. So Coach York saying all week, we have the utmost respect for Niagara. We know this is a team that can do some damage and has in their limited tournament experience.
And Burkholder's right. He knows that BC's coming in here. They have now something to prove.
Off the draw, Ben Eves. Patrick, his brother, went after it. Going to be held in by Bose, takes a shot. And it's coming up high into the crowd. Look out.
I thought you were going to catch that.
That was about as close as it's going to come to us. How do you think Ben Eves has been playing so far? We know Patrick has the goal, but Ben coming off limited time because of the fractured kneecap.
That's the thing, limited time. I mean, it takes, you can practice all you want, whether you're a forward, defenseman, goal. You can practice all you want, but when you get into those game situations, it is so different. And it might take him a period or two where he's playing a regular shift to get back into the flow of the game.
That one didn't get through. Tolari trying to clear it out. And here comes Cross. Cross just hits the gas, makes a move around, tried to get around Adams, couldn't. Shannon back defensively for Boston College to help. Spina, center ice, not much happening, makes a nifty move to make something happen though. Spina works it up front, bouncing around and over the top of the goal. Collins keeps it in. In front, Shannon! Wide. At a wide open net, it looked like to shoot at and missed the mark. He's set up in front again. He won't miss this time. 2-1 Boston College. Ryan Shannon is too good to give him more than one opportunity.
Well, BC's possession game down low finally pays off. They stay with it. It started with the Spina rush. And then, like you said, Shannon had two golden opportunities. Missed the open net on the first one, but we'll cash in on the second one. Look at BC dominate down low. Out muscling. There's Shannon right up top. Van Nuytenen's down and out. Look at BC quick on pucks, out muscling. Nice shot up top. I like when that water bottle moves like that. Looks pretty.
Ryan Shannon, the junior, getting his 13th goal this season. First team All-Hockey East this year. And so much is said about the play of Tony Mose and Ben Eves, but you mentioned it before. Ryan Shannon, maybe the unsung hero of this team, but a tremendous performer. Comes up with the go-ahead goal for BC. But now Niagara comes buzzing back with Bentivoglio. That one was high and wide of Kaltiainen. 2-1, Boston College on top for the first time here in this regional.
I think I jinxed Niagara again. I talked about it right before the other break with 4 minutes left, 1-1. Niagara would be happy to get out with a tie. And BC comes back with a late go-ahead goal here in the first period. But I'm impressed with the way, after both BC goals, Niagara's come right back on the attack. That's very important.
Now here comes Rooney. And it was a high stick violation. as Rooney picked it up, so they'll bring the faceoff back to the other end. Coming up during our first intermission, Sherry Scalco will have a conversation with UNH Athletic Director Marty Scarano. UNH the host for this regional, and Marty on the NCAA committee. So take a look at what's happening around the tournament. Take a look at yesterday's action as well as that Maine-Harvard game. That'll be one that Maine fans, probably Harvard fans too, won't forget anytime soon.
That must have been a long ride back on the Mass Pike for Harvard.
Gianta trying to drop it back for Rooney. Rooney takes a bump. Steven Gianta for Murphy. Murphy sends it to the far corner. Andrew Alberts, the defenseman, steps up. Gianta picks it up, sends it towards the net. Knighton, no problem. Well, Van Knighton didn't have much to work with on that Shannon goal. He was down, as you mentioned. Shannon missed the open look the first time around, but you cannot leave any BC players unattended in front like Shannon was.
No, and Van Knighton was down on both those shots, but Niagara, they can't spend this much time deep in their own end. You're not playing good percentage hockey that way. And I don't care who you're playing, especially a BC team with the firepower that they have. They spend enough time down here, they're going to get their chances, and they got enough snipers where they'll finish off.
Now the top line of snipers on the ice right now for BC, the Eaves-Vos line, and here is Ben looking for Patrick Eaves. Eaves drops it to Tony Vos with speed. Van Knighton kept an eye on it the whole way, never got onto the goal. Look at the battle behind the goal. Tony Vos took a shot. Here's Ben Eaves trying to find his brother in front. That's swept out of the zone.
I'll say one thing about Ben Eaves, though. He's in there battling.
Absolutely.
Those are the kind of things you're looking for when you have the bad knee. How he pushes off, how he grinds in the corners, and he was right in there, full tilt.
I talked to him yesterday. He said in that BU series, you just could not do things full tilt. You couldn't put a lot of pressure on it. You just couldn't play with it the way you wanted to. Kaltiainen looking for it, kicked his leg out there. That puck must have been flirting around with the goal line. There's the whistle, the scrum after the play. But Kaltiainen was looking, yeah, and there's the puck right by the post as they untangle everybody. Let's take a look at this replay. Remember, we do have video replay here in the regional, so every goal is being reviewed, and let's see what happened here on this play.
Look at all the traffic, everybody going to the net. When in doubt, throw it to the net.
Yeah, Kaltiainen got pushed back into the net. And there's the whistle.
There's Clark. Yeah, he just throws it towards the front of the net. There's a little, look at the people here. You got about 8 people right there. Now, this is a good play, though. Throw it to the front. You got no other play. Maybe it'll go off somebody, which it almost did.
Well, the opponent's goalie's getting you pushed back farther and farther. And it's hard to push Matty that far back at 6'2", 210 pounds. Takes up a lot of space. There are penalties here. And it looks like BC's going to be on the short end as Niagara will have its first power play. 2 up on the board for Peter Harold, so we have matching minors, and Harold getting a little something extra. That's what's on the board right now, so 5 on 4 for the Purple Eagles with 39 seconds to go in the first period.
And who do you have out there but that kid Shannon? We talked about BC's power play. This is a very dangerous shorthand penalty kill for BC.
BC with 12 shorthanded goals on the season, so they're dangerous offensively when they're a man down.
No, they go after it. They put pressure on you.
There's Gianta putting that pressure on, trying to get the turnover. Was tripped up, nothing called. Here's Niagara. Coming back the other way with 23 to go. Eggets, center right. Dropped it for Cross. Cross looking for Mills at the point. Banged it around. Eggets sets up behind the goal. Tulare works to the point. 12 seconds to go in the period. Cross tried the one-timer. Goes to the far corner. Kept in, here's Eggets. In front, high slot. Save made by Kaltiainen. Stopped Tulare. Tulare turned and fired. Went wide. There's the horn ending the first period. Good little flurry at the end for the Purple Eagles here on the power play.
Well, nice setup there for Niagara in the high slot. Kaltiainen had to come up with another big stop. And very impressive first period for Niagara and BC after stumbling early. Showed a lot of character, coming back with 2 unanswered goals, and they lead BC 2-1 after 1 period of play. So a good period for both teams.
Niagara jumped on top, 3:35 in. The goal by Tulare, a great start for the CHA champions. It was answered back by a power play goal by Patrick Eaves. Ryan Shannon put BC ahead. 2-1 is our score here first intermission in Manchester. The winner of this game moves on to tomorrow's regional final against the winner of Game 2 between Michigan and UNH. That game later today here in New Hampshire. So Boston College got off to a slow start in this one, coming off the loss to Boston University in the quarterfinal round. They were a little sluggish at the beginning, but they come back with those 2 goals. And BC with the 2-1 lead. We go downstairs. Sherry Scalco.
Thanks, guys. Joe, your goal held up for most of the period. How important was that for your team?
Well, it's very important to get first on the board against these guys. We got to make sure we play smart, physical hockey.
Now you're trailing by 1, but you're entering the second period on the power play. What do you have to do to draw even again?
We have to make sure we score on our power play opportunity here, and we got to stay out of the box.
Great. Thanks, Joe. Back upstairs.
Sherry, thanks. Joe Tallari getting the goal for Niagara, his 16th of the season. It's a 2-1 lead for BC. You're watching men's ice hockey regional action from ESPN Syndication.
Straight to your bones, from the farm to the fridge. We know what you want, cause we know how you live. We got the big bad Bessie with the M-I-L-K.
We be chillin'.
Want milk? I said more milk. Come on, want milk?
The lion, powerful, fierce, truly the king of the beasts. The tiger, cunning, stealthy, the hunter's hunter. Ever wonder what would happen if they met? RoboCats rise as zoologists and engineers create clawed and jawed contenders, scientifically analyzed for the ultimate cat fight. Animal face-off, lion versus tiger. Tomorrow at 9, entertain your brain on the Discovery Channel.
Being a big guy has its advantages. So does being a tall guy. But we can't wear t-shirts all year round.
And those stores at the mall are strictly for guys who are a whole lot shorter.
Or a whole lot smaller than we are. And forget about those fitting rooms. So for guys like us, the king size catalog scores the most points. They've got the styles, colors, and sizes that fit my life, my budget, and most importantly, me.
And I'm taking up a new sport, surfing. Because the king size website has tall guy sizes all the way up to 7XL. And I can order 24 hours a day.
For big guys, sizes go up to 10XL. Everything from underwear to outerwear.
Then there's the king size credit card. Makes shopping quicker and easier. And card members always get special offers and sales.
So we supersized guys always look like winners, whether we're sporting shorts
or a sports jacket.
And the big and tall crowd goes wild.
And welcome back to Manchester, where Boston College leads Niagara 2-1. I'm joined here by Marty Scarano, athletic director for New Hampshire, as well as a member of the men's ice hockey committee. Marty, this regional sold out the fastest in NCAA history. What was your reaction?
Well, we were delighted, of course, and we're honored to host this regional. Our fan base here in New Hampshire is unbelievably supportive, and it's a real tribute to them.
And speaking of that fan base, as well as the environment here, how important is that for a school like yours, where you're not a Big Ten, Michigan State type of team, but you do compete in Division I level?
Well, of course, UNH has a great tradition in hockey, and we've been nationally prominent for some time. But for us to host this takes this up a level for us. Certainly brings a lot of national recognition back to the state of New Hampshire and our university, and we're very proud, and I'm sure we're going to do very well today.
And also, we're going to move over onto Hockey East for a bit. Is you're joining a new member in 2 years, University of Vermont. How important is that for the expansion of college hockey?
Well, I think it's fabulous. Vermont's going to be a great asset to the league. They're a great institution. They seem a lot like our schools in Hockey East. They have very ambitious plans for the future, and I think it's phenomenal that they're going to raise the level of their profile and join Hockey East.
Well, what will it do for a new in-state rivalry?
It's going to do a lot. We're very cautious about the fact that we know Vermont will be competing with us very shortly.
Great. Marty, thank you very much. And we'll be back for more of the second intermission right after this. You are watching men's ice hockey regional action from ESPN Syndication.
I'm Dr. Greg Cinnamone, and no offense to casual dieters, but if you only want to lose 5 to 10 pounds, then Cortislim is not for you. Cortislim is the weight loss capsules created by my associate, Dr. Talbot, for people who are disgusted with diets and quickly want to lose 15 pounds or more. Dr. Talbot's hormone research has been featured in Ladies' Home Journal, Psychology Today, and Redbook. The conclusion? It's not your fault that you're overweight. Stress causes you to overproduce a fat-retaining hormone called cortisol, and it directs fat to be stored in cells around your tummy, thighs, and stomach. Non-prescription Cortislim controls cortisol, so you release those excess pounds. And Cortislim stifles your appetite while enhancing your metabolism, so you eat less as you burn calories and shed inches. Drop 15 to 50 pounds with Cortislim.
Call 1-800-450-9517. That's 1-800-450-9517. Call 1-800-450-9517.
Golf Digest is going to cure your slice now and for free.
And that's a guarantee.
Introducing the breakthrough video, Cure Your Slice Now, and it's free with your paid subscription to Golf Digest magazine. In this video, top PGA instructor Chuck Cook shows you the 7 key phases of the swing and gives you his proven method for better control and longer, straighter drives. And here's our guarantee. If Golf Digest and Cure Your Slice Now doesn't cure your slice and improve your game, cancel and keep the video free.
Golf Digest is your source for golf.
Every month in Golf Digest, you get easy-to-follow tips and instruction from the best teachers and players in golf. Information on the top equipment, the best places to play, thought-provoking commentary. You also get this removable Pocket Tips booklet. Call now. Use your credit card and get your first risk-free issue, Pocket Tips booklet and video free. You get 11 more issues for only $19.77. If your game doesn't improve, cancel and keep the video, booklet, and magazine free.
So call 800-646-7700. That's 800-646-7700. Call now.
Don't miss your chance to attend the 2005 NCAA Men's Frozen Four at the Jerome Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, April 7th and 9th. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for your tickets. Remember, the only way to get tickets to the 2005 NCAA Men's Frozen Four is to apply online. So log on to ncaasports.com April 1st through June 1st to apply. That's NCAA Sports, the official website of the NCAA.
You've got to step up. Close out all of the pressure. Trust everything you've been taught. And just believe you can do it. You know, my first day on the job sure felt familiar.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Welcome back to the Verizon Wireless Arena here in Manchester, New Hampshire. The Northeast Regional Semifinal #1. Boston College fell behind 1-0, but they lead 2-1 here during our first intermission. Eric Fried, Cap Raider, back here with you. Let's take a look at some of the action around the country. The East Regional, how about that result? As Harvard was on top 4-1, Cap, Maine came battling back. Greg Moore getting the game winner in Albany.
Well, you know, people are going to talk about the 4 third-period goals that Maine got to win that game, but I go back to the first period when Harvard was really dominating. They had a 3-0 lead. They failed to get the puck out. They lost the draw, and they score. Maine scores in the last minute of a period, and it carried over. So
Maine will face Wisconsin in the regional championship tonight, 6 o'clock at Pepsi Arena. Dan Besser, the goal in overtime, the only goal is Wisconsin is on to the regional final.
Well, you know, that was a very physical game. I watched a couple of periods of that. Then it was getting late, so we saw a lot of hockey yesterday. But Wisconsin, it's great to see a tradition like that back in the NCAA.
Gets late early for Cap Raider. All right, now let's take a look out west. And these games played yesterday. North Dakota, 3-0 win, but Holy Cross gave a terrific effort, I thought.
Tremendous effort. They made a great statement for their program, as well as the Atlantic League. Holy Cross played very well. North Dakota played a very strong game, a good possession game. Parisi, the goalie, had to make a couple key stops. But give Holy Cross credit for the way they hung right in there.
Also in Colorado Springs, Denver beating Miami of Ohio. The Red Hawks are out of the tournament. Denver winning 3-2, so it's Denver and North Dakota. Tonight at 9 Eastern Time, in Colorado Springs. Now underway in Grand Rapids, Notre Dame making their first tournament appearance, leading Minnesota 2-0 at the end of one period. Minnesota, the #1 seed in that region. We'll keep you posted on those games as we go along. It's 2-1 Boston College here in Manchester. You are watching men's ice hockey regional action from ESPN syndication.
Hey, Steve. Have you met Andrew, our new vice president?
Oh, hey, Andrew. You have 100,043 hairs on your head. It's an Ecuadorian ficus. Temperature in Ecuador is 90.053 degrees. Historical median temperature is 90.16 degrees.
Straight to your bones, from the farm to the fridge. We know what you want, cause we know how you live. We got the big bad Bessie with the M-I-L-K.
We be chillin'.
Want milk? I said more milk. Come on, want milk?
The lion. Powerful, fierce, truly the king of the beasts. The tiger, cunning, stealthy, the hunter's hunter. Ever wonder what would happen if they met? RoboCats rise as zoologists and engineers create clawed and jawed contenders, scientifically analyzed for the ultimate cat fight. Animal face-off, lion versus tiger. Tomorrow at 9, entertain your brain on the Discovery Channel.
America is shaping up with Fitness Made Simple's best-selling workout and nutrition videos, hosted by fitness celebrity John Bastow.
These videos give you the real tools you need to build a lean, muscular body. They don't offer starvation diets, miracle pills, or magical fat loss belts. Those things never work for me or anyone else I know. What does work are the muscle-building workouts and fat-burning nutrition plans shown on these tapes.
Across the nation, Fitness Made Simple is reshaping the bodies and lives of men and women of all ages.
I look like that 3 weeks before starting Fitness Made Simple. And this is me now.
Doug went from 18% body fat to 9% in 8 weeks. Brian and Mark also cut their body fat in half, and Lavelle dropped 78 pounds.
I've dropped 13% body fat. It's not a lot of hype, it's not Hollywood, it really works.
Order our National Shape Up special today and get the original Fitness Made Simple exercise and nutrition video plus 6-pack abs, John's abdominal sculpting video for just $29.95. That's 2 videos for the price of 1. Call now. Fitness Made Simple, bringing real results to real people.
Well, you know, BC all period long really had a good possession game down low in the Niagara zone. But Niagara themselves, once they got the 1-0 lead, actually had some spark and created some offensive chances on their own.
Yeah, right down to the final seconds of that first period. Niagara had some good looks in the power play. That power play will continue when the second period begins, but let's show you what happened in that first period. 3.5 minutes in, a goal by Joe Tallari.
Well, Tallari right in front. Muscles really the BC defense when he puts it up over Kaltiainen's left shoulder. So that took the lead for Niagara. But right here, BC on the power play. Patrick Eves ties it up. You know, this is an area that Niagara's got to stay out of the box. And here again, Shannon, all alone in front, just puts it upstairs. That was actually his second open net on that shift. So a big goal for BC at the end of a period.
BC out shooting Niagara 12-7 in that first period, and many of those shot attempts were from close range.
Right, and again, if Niagara, the next goal is going to be key, but they've got to clean up in front of their net. I mean, we were looking at the shot charts earlier, and BC is just dominating down low and in front of Niagara's net.
But Niagara has come out flying a little bit.
Oh,
and
yes.
You cannot doubt for a second they're not going to get more chances here as this game goes along.
Oh, I like the way Niagara, first they took a lead, and they responded well after the BC goals. That next shift, Niagara came back on the attack, and that's very important. So this game's far from over.
And as they build things during this intermission, they can look at coming out with a man advantage to start the second period. We'll start that period in a moment, but first, here's Sherry Scalco.
Eric, I talked with Coach Dave Burkholder just moments ago, and he told his team that Boston College is a puck possession team, so they're going to be playing most of the time with the puck. That's fine. He told his team just to keep on doing what they're doing, the little things, and have everybody keep doing their job. He talked about the first goal and how important it was in calming down his team and letting them know that they're still in this ball game, or hockey game, as the case may be. Guys, back up to you.
Well, we are getting closer to baseball season, but leave no doubt. It is hockey season, and this is a great time of the year as the NCAA tournament is underway. The 16-team field will be whittled down to 8, and then down to a final 4 for the Frozen Four in Boston, 53 miles to the south, 2 weeks from now. So Niagara comes out of the dressing room, 1:21 on the clock for the power play here. That's very important because they could work on that during the intermission, come right out and try to get the equalizer.
Right. Any start of a period, end of a period, start of a period is very important for your club, especially here Niagara on the power play. If they can answer back and tie this game up early in the second period, they get that momentum back.
Our score 2-1 here. The score in Grand Rapids, a surprise. They're on to the second period. Notre Dame, Dave Poulin's squad on top of Minnesota, 2-0. Minnesota, one of the hotter teams entering the tournament. WCHA champs in an early hole. Boston College trying to kill off this Niagara power play. We're underway here in the second period. Top line out there, top power play unit. Eggets gives chase. Kalari follows up, keeps it in the zone. In front, off the side of the net. Center back again. Kalari trying to find some room against Kaltiainen. Now to Lackner. Lackner off the boards. Cross for Eggets. Barrett Eggets for cross. 45 to go on the power play. Here's Kalari. Oliveto. Lackner with a shot redirected off the glass behind the goal. Bouncing in front. Kaltiainen looking for it. Kalari came flying through the crease and gloved by Kaltiainen.
Well, a great job by Niagara on that power play. The one thing I like, they don't hesitate to put the puck to the net. I mean, they shot from the half wall, they shot from the point. Oliveto ends up taking this point shot. Here's the first one from the middle of the ice, a redirection, a tip in front. Great job. Then they swipe at it again. There it is. Look at the traffic in front. Great job. But they don't hesitate. I like the way you throw it at the net if you're Niagara.
Second unit on, Ryan Gale to take the draw for the Purple Eagles. One back to the point. Hartman keeping it in. Now bouncing towards the blue line. Kept in, but only for the moment. Kicked out to center ice. 20 to go in the power play. Pentavoglio all the way around trying to find Gale. He was tangled up. Bodies on the ice on the far boards. The call is to move the puck. It comes out for Niagara. Hartman comes in. Far board. Welsh took the bump. John Adams a chance to wind it all the way around, and on the fresh ice, no doubt that comes out. Harold comes out of the box, and BC is killed off the Niagara power play.
Well, big kill for BC, but I like the way Niagara really execute on the power play as far as good hunting on the puck, good intensity, and they got some quality attempts at the BC net.
In front, trying to settle it with the skate was Cormanos. Could not. We skate 5-on-5. Niagara trying to put a little bit more pressure on. Adams winded around the glass. Van Nijanen back for it. Taken away off the boards. Forrest is grabbed, trying to set it up to Murphy, but it'll knock down before the pass could get there. Albert's around looking for Murphy. In front, Havern with the shot. Van Nijanen there for the save. Niagara with a chance to clear, and they take advantage.
It's a simple clear. It's not a pretty clear. Those are the kind of things Niagara's going to have to do if BC continues to apply that pressure in their zone.
Shane Bayless sends it in on Kaltiainen. A little bit of a delay for someone to come back for Niagara, so offside the call. There you see Matty Kaltiainen. The first shot on goal was a goal, but there wasn't much he could do about it as Kalari was set up in front. Quick redirection. But Kaltiainen came up with a couple of key plays during that first period.
I counted 3 really quality saves, especially the one at the end of the period with about 6 seconds left when Niagara was on the power play. Those are the saves that you have to remember. It was right from the high slot, and it kept BC in the lead after 1.
Top lines both on the ice here for Niagara and for Boston College, and here comes Tony Vos for the Eagles. Ben Eves winds and fires it just wide. Alberts, who has a big shot, keeps it in. That was knocked down by Eggets. Vos comes away. Back to Alberts. Winds and fires. Save and Nighton, and it hopped over the stick of Tony Vos, and it's out of the zone.
BC very eager to get that puck low, though, to get that cycle going every chance they get. And then when the puck does go back to the point, BC's really crashing the net.
Ben Eves for Patrick Eves. J.D. Forrest comes forward. Knocked away, and Talari has it. Talari trying to spring cross. Couldn't do it, and here's Patrick Eves.
Niagara does a lot of that. They try to spring those forwards in the neutral zone.
Ben Eves around, stopped there. And here comes Niagara as the teams change up.
Another nice little play coming out of the end for Niagara, trying to catch BC on the change, on the line change, especially in the second period where your bench is furthest from your goal. That was a nice little heads-up high fast break pass.
Icing as the red line was not gained. And they'll bring the puck back all the way on the other end. Well, you take a look at some of these Niagara players, or Dave Burkholder, he can impart some of his experience. He was a national champion. He played goal for RIT.
I remember him. I think I was coaching at Clarkson when he was at RIT.
Back in '83, won the national championship.
He was a very good goaltender.
And he has a goaltender's mentality, really. But he said, can you help your team? Can you tell them some things? And he just wants them to play their game. And I think that's one of the things that you work a lot in practice the week leading up to getting here to the regional. But now it's time just to go play your game.
Yeah, I like this even keel philosophy. I mean, that's so important.
And you saw this is the second appearance for Niagara. There's a lot of pressure on this Niagara program. Blaise McDonald had built it up very well, and everything was compared, as Van Nightman gets a save, everything was compared to that 2000 team. And talking to Burkholder yesterday, he said, well, you know, the 2000 team beat UNH in the NCAAs, and well, this year they beat UNH, the #1 team in the country, but well, they beat the NCAA team. There's always these comparisons, and he's very proud of what his team has done this year, the fact that they've gotten here, and really, in his words, we got a monkey off our back.
Exactly.
You know, the past experience could sometimes be used against you.
Haunt you.
Yeah. And this is a team with quite a few seniors getting a chance to taste the NCAA tournament.
Well, you know what? When you're an underdog like a Holy Cross and Niagara, these are statement games for your program, your school, but also for your league.
Absolutely. The CHA in a bit of flux with Findlay dropping its varsity hockey program as Murphy goes in after it. Caught the top of the glass, stayed in play. They say play on. Robert Morris entering CHA. There's a chance in front. Robert Morris entering, so it's a 16 lead, but you get Niagara making a good show of things here, and then that gives more credit, more credibility to a growing and emerging league. One of the reasons why the field expanded to 16, to give teams a chance to show that they can play with BC. But right now, BC's playing a different game than Niagara at the moment, keeping that pressure on and getting some good opportunities as Havern carries it in. Albert takes the shot in front. Van Nightman made the save. More traffic was coming as well, so Van Nightman did a good job to hold on to it. Niagara trying to hold on here. They're down by a goal in the second period.
Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. You know, after teaching people how to operate their computers for over 15 years now, I'm amazed that there are still people that don't have computer skills, like Windows, word processing, the internet, and email. If you're looking for that new job, or maybe it's just balancing your budget, or even helping your kids with homework, these aren't handy skills to have. These are essential. If you're having trouble learning the computer, I'm going to help you out with a free learning lesson of your choice from Video Professor. Let me show you how simple this is. You put the CD in your CD drive. The lesson plays just like a video on your computer screen. The best part about this offer, this is free. You just pay a small shipping and processing charge, and I'll even refund that if you're not satisfied with my product. It's free, the risk is free, so what do you got to lose? Try my product.
To get your free computer learning CD, you must call now. Call 1-800-254-0746.
We're back at the first meeting ever between Boston College and Niagara, 2-1 Eagles.
Well, the Eagles are starting to take the attack to Niagara. Watch this rush through the neutral zone. Now, this is speed. Watch this little triangle. That's depth on your attack. People go into the net, traffic in front of the goalie, Van Nuytenen, like you said, made the stop, but more importantly, held on to the rebound. But that's a great offensive attack. Speed through the neutral zone, triangles, depth of your attack, drive the net, get the puck to the net.
Patrick Eves drives to the net, sends it off the side of the cage. Tony Vos looking for Patrick Eves. Van Nuytenen helps it towards the corner, didn't get there. Ben Eves takes another bump. Alberts sends it up over the top. Got a couple of big goaltenders here today, too, with Van Nuytenen and Kaltiainen. Tall guys take up a lot of space. Had a long reach to help poke things away if necessary. There's Talari, and that one went over the top of Kaltiainen. Alberts out of the zone. Eves is down, and
well, that was a 2-on-1 right there for Niagara, and they elected to shoot, and it got blocked. And Ben Eves, was he limping off?
Yeah, Ben Eves slowly went to the bench. We'll keep an eye on him. The shot didn't get all the way through. It's on the near boards. And up and out of the zone. Now Ben Eves has a seat on the bench. Lost his stick. Here's Ty Hennis, who comes all the way around. Van Nuytenen had his head up, and Hennis shot it right into him, so that brings a whistle. Now let's watch what happened to Ben Eves. Remember, coming off a fractured kneecap and not at 100%. So Ben on the bench right now. Let's go to Sherry Scalco.
Thanks, guys. Jerry York calls Ben Eves one of the best leaders he's ever had, but one can't help but wonder what Ben's legacy would be if he was able to stay healthy. The BC captain has missed 35 games over the course of his career, including 16 this season, due to injury. Right now, he ranks 5th in all-time in assists and 13th in points. When asked if he ever thinks about what if, he says, "I only think of I wish. I wish I had more time to spend with my teammates."
Well, Ben has certainly a very glasses half full outlook. He's had to have it because he's gone through a lot of injuries in his time. And you have to think really what if, because when you saw him come in as a freshman, you're like, well, this guy's going to win the Hobie Baker Award. He's got skills, he's got talent that you don't see every day in a college hockey player, and poise, but injuries have limited his ability. He was the co-player there in Hockey East last year, the award he shared with Michael Ayers, but this year just wasn't on the ice enough to get consideration for conference awards or for national awards.
Well, there's only one award I think he's looking at right now, and that's the national championship. It would erase all the injuries and everything that have happened to him this year in their club. So they have a chance at it.
Losey winds and fires. That's off the mark. Big rebound comes out to Collins, and that one bounced in, and it was gloved by Van Nuytenen.
One thing on Eves, too, Ben Eves, not only is he a great hockey player, a college hockey player, but I think Jerry's right. A guy like that, when you get to playoff times, when so much is on the line, you need your leader. You need that character person, which Ben Eves is on the ice and healthy. Not only on the ice, but in the room, on the bench, what he's saying. The guys believe in him.
He means so much to his program that during the Bean Pot, won by Boston College, he was unable to play with his knee injury. He was in a suit on the bench.
I thought he was a coach.
He looked the part. Well, you know, he's got good bloodlines.
Oh, he sure does.
Congratulations to Dad Mike, who I'm sure is watching here today as his team's getting ready to play in the regional final as Wisconsin won in overtime against Ohio State. So we're waiting to see Ben come back over the boards. Hasn't happened yet. And we'll keep our eye going, our eye out. Somebody got hit in the face here, we've been told, and it's Andrew Lackner. Let's see if we could spot what happened. Oh yeah, up under the shield. So Lackner being attended to on the Niagara bench. That one came through. Van Nuytenen held on.
Well, Alberts makes a nice little shot there. So many defensemen look always to blast the puck. Alberts just moves to his left. Nice quick shot, get it through. Maybe get a tip, rebound, or whatever, reward people going to the net. That's a nice little wrist shot, snapshot by Alberts.
Alberts leads Boston College in penalties, but that's his game.
Yeah,
he plays with, he's huge, a big physical player, but he plays with an edge as well, and that's very important. He's going to have in college hockey kind of an enforcer along those lines. I mean, that's one of the big difference between the NHL and college hockey. You don't have the fights. You don't have someone who can go in and do something, but you got someone who can intimidate and deliver a big hit like Alberts.
And he's got good skills for a big guy.
Absolutely.
I mean that's a big plus. You know, when you're coaching, you like a mix. You like 2 or 3 stiff or physical defensemen. You also like 2 or 3 puck movers and guys that can jump up into the play, especially in college hockey. If you can get that mix, it makes your defense so dangerous.
Rooney tried to move it out. Bounce comes out to J.D. Forrest. Fixture on the blue line here for Boston College during his 4 years at the Heights. Forrest goes off on a change, and here comes that top line, and Ben Eves is out there with it. Adams trying to come away from it. Bayless sent it back. Here comes Gale. Gale knocked away by Patrick Eves. Took a big hit for his efforts. Adams trying to get out of the zone, could not. There's Harold. Harold carries out for Boston College. 10:47 to go here, second period. Boston College on goals. Patrick Eves and Ryan Shannon leading 2-1. Niagara took a 1-0 lead on a goal by senior Joe Tolari. Purple Eagles kicked it out of the zone. Greg Losey kept it in. That went wide. Big rebound came to the near side. And now it's back out of the zone with Brett Peterson, another unheralded member of the defensive corps for BC. And you look at some of these defensemen for BC, they've been around. Brett Peterson and J.D. Forrest logging tons of ice time during their Boston College careers.
And Losey was a transfer, so he's been around Hockey East for a bit.
From Merrimack College. 2-1, Boston College on top here. Second period, semifinal number 1. The winner moving on to the regional final as we move closer and closer to the Frozen Four in Boston.
Hey, Gianni, what's up?
There's comfort technology, so colors stretch. Nice. Waist adjust. You need fit. Shoulders expand. Works for me.
And my shirt's dry action keeps you drier.
Cool.
Discover George's Comfort Zone collection in over 475 stores or call 1-800-445-6300 for your free casual male big and tall catalog. It's full of George's knockout looks, plus leading brands in hard-to-find sizes. Call 1-800-445-6300 or visit casualmailtv.com for free shipping on your first order.
Expandable. Adjustable. Incredible. Get into my comfort zone only at Casual Mail, big and tall.
Yeah.
Log on to casualmailtv.com or call 1-800-445-6300 to order your catalog and receive free shipping on your first order.
Welcome back to Manchester, where Boston College leads Niagara 2-1. One of the drawbacks about being a puck possession team like Boston College is your goalie tends to get a little bit bored. After facing 7 shots in the first period, Matti Kaltiainen has only faced 1 10 minutes into the second period. It's something that Jerry York says that he's going to be careful with him because it takes a lot of focus to stay in the game, and that's something that young goaltenders struggle with. Guys?
Well, let's ask former goaltender Cap Rader about that.
Oh, Jerry York's absolutely right.
Kaltiainen had to reach back as that puck was bouncing
Well, there's
around.
his focus. He's on. But you're right. When you go long periods of time without any shots and your team's dominating, it's almost too much time to think, and sometimes that negative thoughts start creeping in, and if they score on the next shot and that type of thing, it's a big part of goaltending, having that strong concentration.
Well, the Finnish goalie has been in this position here in the NCAA tournament, coming off a disappointing couple of games before.
Right, and
for me, it's kind of like same situation as last year. Like I didn't play that well last year against BU in Hockey East tournament. And same thing this year. So I think it's a good thing. Like looking forward, same thing, come back strong here and play good tournament.
Last year worked out pretty well for Kaltiainen, and you were there to see his effort in Providence as Kaltiainen was the all-tournament team member in the NCAA East Regional. And that, to many people, was like, okay, the big game goaltender, here it is, the breakthrough. And I know the Boston College coaching staff has worked with him extensively, continually this year on his puck possession, working around the net as it's buzzing around Van Nyten and now and out of the zone. Shanta dumps it around. 8:55 to go here in the second period.
And these last 9 minutes here are very important for Niagara to set the tone here for the third period as well.
There's a shot into the glove of Kaltiainen. Shot delivered by Brian Hartman, sophomore out of Pittsburgh, looking for his 4th goal of the season. On the other end, here's Boston College.
Well, Boston College in front of that net is Giunta with another chance. And look at the chances they get. They're getting right around that front of the net. That's very dangerous for Niagara if BC's going to keep going there with that puck. But again, this last 8.5, 9 minutes, if Niagara can tie it up or stay even within one, time starts swinging to their side where they're one shot. They've got something positive to talk about in the locker room between the second and third period to set up the emotion, the stage for the third period.
Shots on goal, 21-11 here as Boston College has started to push the advantage in that department.
That's what's going to happen if you have that grinding, cycling game long enough. You wear that other team's defense down, and I think you're starting to see that in Niagara's defense. BC constantly gets down there.
Didn't get all the way through. Havern works it out, and played by Kaltiainen. On the near boards, chasing after it, Niagara trying to bring that pressure on the forecheck. Trying to get a turnover, and here it is. Turning and sending it wide was Paul Muniz. And a penalty coming up. Good effort by Niagara as they kept some pressure on, and it's going to result in a Purple Eagle power play.
Well, that's the first time Niagara's really had a possession game deep in BC's end this period, other than the first power play. And now Niagara's going to go on the power play again. So some good puck movement by Niagara. Oh, there's the penalty right there. A little hook. Brings Maloff, is that down?
Brett Peterson is off for 2 minutes, so Niagara on the power play. Here's Talari, midpoint, and a crease violation, I'm going to guess, as the puck was free. Unless the official just lost sight of it. And they're saying, no, the faceoff will be in the zone, so it wasn't a crease violation.
He lost. He thought Kaltiainen might have held on to it.
Face-off to the right. Ben Eves trying to jump forward, took the dive. There's a shot and glove save made by Kaltiainen off the bid by Talari.
Once again, Eric, Niagara getting pucks to the net every chance they get, which is great. Look at this, is off the draw, one pass, get it to the net.
Talari has been active, getting that goal to start the scoring here today, getting a bid here, save made by Kaltiainen. Remember, Talari came in to the title game of the CHA tournament as Kaltiainen gets some work done. He had a 6-game goal drought. Then he scored the game winner in overtime to send Niagara here to the tournament. Then he keeps it going with another goal. In fact, that top line for Niagara, Eggets, Talari, and Cross, 2 goals, 1 assist in the last 6 games. And that goes back to the depth that Burkholder has been talking about. We need other guys to step up. We just can't have Talari and his line do everything, even though they're pretty good. And they're going to need them to step up here to advance on to the regional final.
No, when you advance, it's never one line, one pair of defense. It usually takes a team effort from the goal out if you're going to advance in this type of tournament.
But what you've seen from this Talari, Eggets, and Cross line, you can match those guys up against many of the top lines in the country.
Absolutely.
They've got some speed, they've got some skill. They've been active here today.
And I like some of the passes, little touch passes they set off with speed to one another. Just the goal, the Talari goal, was a great pass from Cross out of the corner to Talari in front.
And now a penalty against Niagara, and there goes the power play. It's going to be a 4-on-4 as Talari's going to go off.
Now you ask yourself, which team does this have the advantage for? 4-on-4, a lot of open ice. Both teams have speedy forwards. Be interesting. There'll be some quality chances here.
That's a standard ice sheet, 200 by 85, home of the Manchester Monarchs of the American Hockey League.
Great building, great atmosphere. You know, this is great for the state of New Hampshire, having the tournament here. It's a great hockey state. People love their UNH blue hockey.
And there'll be a sellout crowd of 10,000 here later. It's already sold out. A lot of UNH fans here early. You're watching men's ice hockey regional action from ESPN Syndication.
Giammi, what's up, baby? Hey, shh, I got a little secret for you. G-R-B, G-R-B, G-R-B. I play ESPN Major League Baseball. I am the man. I got the knuckle curveball, I got the palm ball, and I got the circle change. And I also got the spaghetti and meatball ball. Ball, beep, boom.
Rated E for everyone.
The lion. Powerful, fierce, truly the king of the beasts. The tiger, cunning, stealthy, the hunter's hunter. Ever wonder what would happen if they met? RoboCats rise as zoologists and engineers create clawed and jawed contenders, scientifically analyzed for the ultimate catfight. Animal face-off, lion versus tiger. Tomorrow at 9, entertain your brain on the Discovery Channel.
Welcome back to the Verizon Wireless Arena. Building opened in November of 2001. This is the first NCAA tournament game to be played here. First of 2 to be played here today. Harold kept it on the line. We're skating 4-on-4 here for another minute 5 with Talari in the box. Spina behind Harold. Harold's going to have to hustle back as the pressure's coming from Bentivoglio. Now Adams. Adams drops it back. Somebody lost an edge. Harold comes all the way through, score!
What a great move by Harold on this. A 4-on-4 open ice we talked about. He picks up the puck at the blue line and goes right through. Watch this, little turnover. Everybody goes down. Nice move. And he puts it past Van Knighton. Watch this move right here. That's a forward trying to play defense. And a defense that looks like a forward. Great results for BC. A huge goal. Right there. 3-1 now for BC. And still 4-on-4 play.
The sophomore from Ohio getting his second goal of the season. 3-1 Boston College. And it comes on the 4-on-4.
And we talked about just earlier, a good mix of defensemen. There's where your offensive type defenseman, puck possession type defenseman can come in handy. It did right there. That was a great move.
Alberts works it back to Giannis. Steven has a lot of open ice. Out to Losey. Losey comes in, drops it back. Alberts is going to step into the play. The defenseman comes in deep for Boston College. Now he'll retreat to the blue line as Murphy's doing the work in the corner for the Eagles. 3-1 Boston College. Peterson getting set to come out of the box, and Boston College will have a power play. A 37-second power play. Here's Johnson. Bose trying to spring it all the way through. Came off the stick of Shannon just off the bench. Kept in. Here's Ryan Shannon to J.D. Forrest. Forrest walks in. That got knocked down in front. It hit Tony Bose.
Boy, did it right in the back.
Yeah, Bose is hurt. He's trying to get off the ice. Forrest. Now to Ben Eves. Eves sends it across to Shannon. Bose is off. Here comes Jama onto the ice. Back to Eves. 12 to go on the power play for Boston College. Eves in front looking for Jama. Very big target. Takes up a lot of space in front. Very strong player. Van Knighton gives him the stick for Ben Eves. Ben Eves as Polari is out of the box. Patrick Eves on a sharp angle. And there's the whistle stopping play. Talari's out. We're back to 5-on-5. Tony Vos in a lot of pain.
Boy, he took that full too. Watch this pass. Forrest right here. He's just going to blast this, and it catches Vos right up under the shoulder or the armpit right here.
He got all of that.
Did he?
That puck came right down.
He's a tough kid, though.
Senior with 28 goals this season. Tied for first in the country in goal scoring with Junior Lassard of Minnesota Duluth, but Tony's going to spend a little time on the bench here. Try to get his wind back and make sure he's got all his ribs intact. 5-on-5, 3-1, Boston College leading. 2-on-1 now for Niagara in transition. Kauthiainen made the save, turned his head away from that one as it came right towards his mask, but he knocked it aside.
Well, the Niagara forward staying high. They got the chip out at the blue line. They created that 2-on-1.
Kaltiainen lets it go for Adams.
I think this is now BC's type of game here. They've got the lead. They've got some confidence. They've stayed on the attack for most of the game. It's starting to pay off.
Can't get it out of the zone from Munoz, has it stopped. Jama after it. Harold just picked up his second goal of the season. Tried to dump it in, couldn't. They battle again in close quarters. 2-on-2 here. As BC will dump it in and make a change. Boston College with 27 wins on the season. One of the more consistent teams in the country throughout the year up until the final couple weeks of the season. That's poked away nicely by Peterson, and here come the Eagles, 2-on-2. Spina and Peterson wait for some help. Back to Ryan Shannon. Here's some good help. Shannon in the extra pass to Collins. Van Knighton in the save. There's the whistle stopping play.
Well, I would have liked to seen Shannon shoot that. A right shot, sticks towards the middle of the ice. Prime real estate to shoot, and he's not selfish enough.
We're here at the Northeast Regional. Manchester, New Hampshire. Boston College and Niagara meeting in semifinal number 1, along with Cap Rader and Sherry Scalco. Eric Freed here with you at the Verizon Wireless Arena. Niagara, the number 4 seed in this region, taking on top-seeded Boston College. Niagara got off to a good start. They got a goal in the early going from Joe Tolari, but it's been 3 unanswered goals by BC to take a 3-1 lead with 4 minutes to go in the second period.
And BC has continuously put the pressure on, and really from the opening shift.
There's more pressure.
Right.
Spina has it redirected towards Van Knighton. His body was going one way. He got that leg out there to stop it. And now a breakaway. Here comes Tolari for Niagara. Save Kaltiainen.
Well,
and
put that
penalty is called.
He's going to give him a penalty shot.
Tolari came in, and a penalty shot has been indicated. There was a little extra after the play on the far boards. I was waiting to see if something was going to be called, but a penalty shot is being awarded to Niagara. Jerry York gets an explanation. Let's see the play.
Well, here it is. A little hook. He still gets the shot off, but he's in the clear, and he's being brought down.
It was a little hook, and that's why Jerry York is looking for an explanation. The bottom line is the puck is sitting at the center dot. We will have a penalty shot.
I think it's safe to say it's a turning point right here. State the obvious. 3:37 left in the second period. Here it is. Tolari, the guy you want going in alone, gets dragged down, got the shot off. Kaltiainen made a great stop, but he's going to have to do it again.
Let's see if he's able to do it. Tolari comes out to take the penalty shot. Referee Matt Shegos has a brief conversation. 3-1, Boston College.
Now he's got to go down and talk to Kaltiainen, give him his assignment.
Well, after the whistle had blown, Eggetz had skated towards Kaltiainen and said something. I don't know if that was a little gamesmanship or if there was a little something extra. I saw a stick get up under somebody's face mask on the far boards after the play when the penalty shot was being indicated, but smiles all around. The referee's the only one who's smiling right now is Tolari. And Kaltiainen set to go one-on-one. Here we go. Save by Kaltiainen.
Well, he's 2 for 2 on that breakaway. Tolari's second chance at it. First on the regular play, second on the penalty shot. Here it is. Goes to the little deke. Goes stick side low again. Same spot he went on the breakaway when he got tripped. He loses it. Right there. Tolari loses it at the blue line, and that's what happens. End of a period, bad ice. Puck comes up. It came up again a bit there. Nice job by Kaltiainen. Give him credit. Look at him at the top. Timed it perfect. Top of the blue.
Patrick Eves after for Boston College. And now a penalty on J.D. Forrest. Niagara will go on the power play when we come back. So another opportunity for the Purple Eagle. We'll see if they're able to take advantage. It's 3-1.
I was this close to filing bankruptcy.
My credit card debt was out of control.
I didn't know where to turn.
Are you overwhelmed by debt? Are creditors breathing down your neck? Do you feel lost and helpless? Then do what thousands of Americans have done. Join Debt-Free today.
Debt-Free got me out of debt and saved me thousands of dollars.
It's a great feeling knowing I'm helping my clients get out of debt and getting their life back on track.
Debt-Free is a nonprofit organization that works with over 50,000 creditors to get you out of debt quickly and easily.
Debt-Free got rid of my high interest rates, late fees, and penalty charges.
You make one easy payment a month. Debt-Free does the rest.
When I explain to a caller how Debt-Free works, I can almost feel the weight lifting off their shoulders.
Debt-Free saved my life and my marriage.
Thanks to Debt-Free, I'll be debt-free.
Debt-Free could save you thousands. Don't wait another second. Gather your bills and call Debt-Free today.
.326 to go in the second period. We are late in the period. It's a nice spring day outside.
Beautiful.
A little warm. Is that a little bit of a factor as Tulare took that penalty shot on Kaltiainen?
Well, the ice might be a bit soft. It's the end of a period, so you know the ice isn't great.
That's off the side of the net. It looked like it was rattling around, but it was a shot from the point by Lackner. Tulare trying to get it back. Niagara trying to get it back to a one-goal game.
Well, this is the second opportunity they've had to do it.
Lackner one-timer coming, and there's a save as Eggets was setting up in front, and it's out of the zone, and an opportunity here. Patrick Eves, BC's very good shorthanded. Patrick holds off the post. Niagara trying to make BC pay for that gamble as Eggets brings it back. But BC gets it out of the zone again. And BC very aggressive shorthanded here as the Eves brothers are flying around the ice.
Well, when you can get a penalty kill that's that aggressive and create offense, it keeps the opponent who's on the power play on his heels.
Penalty coming up here against Boston College. I think Patrick Eves is going to get whistled for elbowing.
And there's still 1:05 left on the first BC penalty.
Saw the referee indicate to the head. And that has been a point of emphasis in NCAA ice hockey this year.
Absolutely.
Zero tolerance for anything to the head. So 5-on-3 coming for Niagara.
So this is three good opportunities now in the last minute. A penalty shot, a 5-on-4, now a 5-on-3. This is where you have to capitalize.
Take it back before the penalty shot. The breakaway to start, then a penalty shot. Now 5-on-4, 5-on-3. Right. They're adding up, and there it is. Just as the camera was panning away, you could see it looked like Patrick Eves was setting up for something on Tulare. Now, of the Eves brothers, Patrick is the one who has a little bit more of an edge, a little bit more of a physical
player. Call that an edge? Absolutely.
Trying to be conservative in that description. Ben Moore, the playmaker, both very skilled. Patrick's in the box. Here's the shot. And a chance for BC to clear. 5-on-3 here for Niagara, trailing by 2. The Purple Eagles have a 2-man advantage.
Well, you can see right there, BC was just going to play the tight triangle and give the perimeter shot to Niagara.
Adams steps in and knocks it down the ice. Niagara, a little miscommunication in their own end as to who was going to bring the puck up. Here it comes. Making the move all the way through. In front, score! Sean Petrovoglio makes it a 1-goal game, and Niagara is very much in it.
Petrovoglio, I think he got that shot. I think Kaltiainen's timing was off a little. Puck came right to the front. Sort of whiffed on it a bit, I think. This is a great play right here. It's Clark going wide, throws it, got to the Voglio. Look at it. Kaltiainen was a little off on that.
The change-ups are difficult.
Absolutely. Anything's difficult when it's on net. But the change-up's even worse. You can see Kaltiainen a little off balance there. But a great play, a big goal, obviously, for Niagara, and they're one away now with 1:40 left in the second.
Here's Steven Giunta takes the shot. Van Nuytenen with the save. Rebound comes out. Power play continuing here. It's a 5-on-4 now. That goal scored on the 5-on-3 for Niagara. Here's a quick shot. Kaltiainen made the save. Niagara with a lot of that confidence we saw in the opening moments of this game. It's back. They've got a little bit of the swagger, down by a goal on the power play. Hartman thought about it. Visits Tulare. Tulare with a quick shot and a good save by Kaltiainen.
Once again, Niagara I love the way, I hate power plays that do a lot of puck movement but never get the puck to the net. Well, Niagara, they get the puck to the net every single chance they get, and eventually it does pay off.
Update from the Midwest Regional in Grand Rapids. Notre Dame taking on Minnesota, and the Gophers have battled back. It was 2-0 Fighting Irish. Now Minnesota on top 3-2.
Well, that's experience right there.
And that's a hot team. Ball behind early, having the opportunity to come back. 31 to go in the power play. Lackner knocked down by Murphy. Final minute, second period. We have a game here in the Northeast Regional. Oliveto gloved it down, threw it right down on the blue line, and takes a hit from Murphy because Oliveto threw it on goal, but it was offside. During our second intermission, Sherry Scalco will be downstairs. Conversation with head coach Dick Umeli as the Wildcats get set to take on Michigan in the other part of our doubleheader here today at Verizon Wireless Arena. And Barrett Eggers, who's had a terrific year, 51-point season, leading scorer for this Niagara team. He's the one who just helped it into the zone. Calciano back to play it, 10 to go in the power play for Niagara. Here's Eggets, number 11, battling near boards. Talari jumps into the play. Bayless over the top of everything. Adams back for Murphy. Penalty is over. It's 5-on-5. It's a 2-on-1 here for the Eagles. Here's the shot and a save made. Van Nijntenen. Quickly back the other way. Niagara with Talari Carmanos onto it. Here's Beloff, drags it, backhander, looking for the puck. Forrest there defensively. Now Patrick Eves just out of the box, had that shot attempt on the other end. Then Eves up to center ice, and there's the horn, but Niagara has a little bit of momentum back.
Absolutely, and we had some great chances at both ends. It opened right up there that last minute. Eves at one end, coming out of the box, getting the chance. Then Beloff coming back down, making a nice move. Calciano makes the save. But great ending for the period for Niagara. They get that within one, and you got to be happy going into the period. Here's Eves right here. He just come out of the box. Van Nijntenen right there makes the stop right there. Again, in the last minute of a period, he keeps his team within one goal, one shot, going in after two.
Lots of opportunities for Niagara.